It's time for the rundown. Tune in as Amelia and Lori share their must-dos in some of their favorite cities, amuse you with their guilty pleasures, share the unsung promo hero of the week, and help decipher all those impossible text acronyms.
Hello and welcome to episode 13 of The Rundown. I'm Amelia Model, Vice President of Sales for Promo Corner, and with me is the very lovely and ravishing looking Lori Bolton, Vice President of Sales at Logomark. Today we are going to discuss our must-dos in Portland, Oregon, our unsung promo hero of the week, our latest binges, and we will play What's the Meaning, where we decipher emojis and acronyms. So, Lori, how are you?
I'm good, Amelia. I'm good.
Awesome.
I just got my second vaccine, and I think you got yours the same day. And we were like at the same time getting mine was at 3:00.
It's like twinsies. We weren't planning. No planning at all. And then we were both like, ooh, do we need to delay recording?
Yes.
We're both doing it. Okay,
we're doing so good. And so we're done. And I took my little card, and there was actually an article in one of our industry newsletters about Staples is going to laminate your card for free. Oh. But then it went on to read that there's going to be a booster. And even the nurse that was giving my vaccination, she said they're already planning a booster for fall. And they'll use that same card. So if you laminate it, right, you can't do anything with it. So.
Yep. They told me the same when me and my husband made both of our appointments. When we went, they were doing max vaccinations. So we actually did ours at the county fairground. So we never got out of our cars. They had, lots of volunteers there. They shipped you in. The day we went, it was torrentially pouring down. So it was a little bit slower because they had to move everybody to like big barns where you pulled in big metal buildings in the cars. But when they handed them my card to show them, they were like, you better put your name on it. Those things are worth money. And I was like, oh, okay. Like I hadn't even put my name on them yet. They're like, people are buying those just to show that they've had vaccines in case they make them mandated. So put our names on them, and I have them in my safe now until we actually need them. But I read the same thing about don't get it laminated because you might, that'll hinder being able to put the sticker on or the stamp or whatever they do for the booster later. So that is what I have been doing. That's it. I'm ready for summer.
I'm so ready. And it's so nice here, Amelia, today. It's like in the 80s. I want to go outside and play, which I think I will. So from my office window, I don't think I've mentioned this, I have a perfect view of Snowball in Flagstaff.
Nice.
So right at my office window, and even from the backyard and the front yard, they set up some seating areas for me with stones. But I may have to figure out how to get outside today.
It's like 80 here too. We've already opened up our pool, and it's like 80 degrees in the water. We turned on the heater because I thought the girls might want to swim this weekend. So I'm probably going to get in the pool tomorrow and before these girls show up for this little birthday party.
So fun. That's amazing.
I'm ready. I need these white legs need some sun before I go out with shorts. It will save me the embarrassment now.
Just a little vitamin D. That's all.
Yeah. So our city of the week, you picked this time, and it's Portland, Oregon. And you mentioned last time that was your old stomping ground. So tell me all about Portland and where you picked, and when were they your stomping grounds?
Oh gosh, I didn't put the dates together for you, Amelia, but I'll have to do the math because I'll do how old Lucas is. Yeah, ish.
Years and geographically are challenging sometimes. So just ish.
I'm going to say like 1993 to 2000.
Okay.
And that's when I was working for Nike in entertainment marketing. So I had staff in Marina Del Rey, California, and then they had an office and an apartment for me in Beaverton, Oregon, which obviously Portland's where I would fly into, and Beaverton's where Nike campus is at. But for 7 years, and I pretty much every Monday morning, a town car would pick me up. I'd come home on Thursday night, and that was like clockwork. Those were some great years. And it's such beautiful, beautiful part of our country.
I know. That's going to lead into what I'm picking, and you can then comment. So besides the apartment that Nike rented for you, which sounds amazing, I need someone to rent me a separate apartment. I have kids, but I need that like time away a few times a week. So I would love if someone wants to rent me an apartment that I can go to a few times.
Yeah.
But what was your favorite place to go? Where do you recommend if people go there? Where should they go?
So I do like the Pearl District.
Okay.
They've got cute little restaurants and bars with mixologists, and that's how I remember it. But there was a square where you could get your fresh cut flowers. There was a Morton's. So it was like right above my apartment. Right below my apartment. So I would go down at night and sit in the bar and have a blue cheese chopped salad with a glass or two of red wine. And I was happy as can be.
So I did some research today, and the area, if I go there, there's so many natural parks and gardens and just a lot of awesome outdoor things. But there was one thing that really struck me, which was a waterfall, and it is the Columbia River Gorge waterfall. Have you ever been there?
No, but I mean, to your point, there's so much to do outdoors there.
So yeah, waterfall for me. You said Pearl Square. Is that what it's called?
It's the Pearl District. And it's similar to any other downtown area that at one point was not good. And they came in and just cleaned it up and made it's like really old buildings, just super cool.
That's
super cool.
awesome.
The Pearl District.
That is awesome. So people check that out. And if you've been there, tell us where to go, because I've never been there, and it's been a minute or two for Lori, it sounds like. So
it's been a minute.
Let us know.
Yeah,
I gotta get up there. It's been a long time. All right. Well, we have a new unsung promo hero of the week, and I think you maybe know her. I do not, but I definitely want to meet her after getting this rave review. So Meg Erber, again, from SNS Activewear, gave a shout out to, and I'm going to pre-apologize for this last name. It's Andrea Perea. I hope that's right. I used the translator to try and enunciate correctly, but Andrea Perea from Rocket Science Branding, which is part of Boundless Network, but she's the founder and senior branded merchandiser. So a couple of things about her, why she's amazing, is she is a business owner. She's a sous chef volunteer at Promo Kitchen. She's involved in charities like ALS and supporting the rights for developmentally disabled and the Education Defense Fund for people that are caregivers for the developmentally disabled. And she's a huge advocate for women's empowerment. So I don't know her. You said you did, but she sounds like an amazing person. I think I need to meet her.
I do. She's absolutely lovely. And she's in California.
I saw that. I was doing some research on her.
Yeah. I've known her for years. I couldn't even, and Andrea, when you listen to this, you'll have to let me know how many years. I know it's been at least 10. And I miss not seeing her lovely face at even just the SAC show. So maybe this year I'll see her, but it's been a minute since I've seen her.
That's amazing. Yeah. I'm a slacker. I will never be on our list.
I'll nominate you, Amelia.
Okay. It will be a very short nominee.
Yes. All good.
Oh, all right, Lori. So what's your new guilty pleasure?
So I don't know if it's new. So I am now keeping an eye out for ones that I've completed. I'm waiting for the next season to come out. So I don't know if you know this, there is going to be a season 4 on Ozark. It's probably old news. So one of my old reps, Amanda Maynard, she just posted on social media last week. She was at some steakhouse, and Ruth and the other guy she has a picture with her and they're on each side of her.
Like, which other guy? The guy, her cousin or brother or whatever?
It's the young guy. Yeah, the young guy that's dating the older woman.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that had the dark hair. He's got long hair.
I can't remember I can't remember stage. Anyhow,
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. And so yeah, season 4. So I don't know when that's coming, but I can tell you right now, I'm back into Botched and 90 Day Fiance again. So I know it's called Bubblegum for the Mind Girl. So when I need like a time out and I don't need to think about anything or following a story, this is where it's really good because they replay them and I can catch them like, oh, I already saw that. And then I can go in the kitchen and then, come back. But Botched this season, I think the new season starts May 18th. So I'm getting caught up on this last season. This new season is supposed to be phenomenal. And I love it because people come in with the craziest things.
I have not been watching that stuff. I have been more, well, I'm kind of all over the place, but the last episode or the show that I watched was a mini series. So there's only like 8 episodes and it was called The Serpent. So last time I talked about a show called The Servant, which is completely different. So this is The Serpent, like a snake. And it is a real life story. They took some liberties, but it's a true story about Charles. And I have to make sure I pronounce his name right. Charles Sabraj. Yeah. Charles Sabraj, who in the mid 70s, he was a murderer, a thief, a master of disguise, and a manipulator. And so he would travel the Asian hippie trail. So he would set up around there. And basically in the 70s, when these hippies were coming to like Bali and like Thailand and Bangkok and all these places, he would sell them jewels or try to sell them jewels saying that they'll make money if they resell them. And then he ended up drugging them and murdering them and taking over their identities and their passports and all their money. And this went on for years and years and years. And he finally, I don't want to give away the ending. It's a true story. So if anybody knows it, they know it.
Is it? But is it a true story?
No, it's a true story. Yeah. So, okay. So speaking of binge watching and guilty pleasures, you mentioned Flagstaff. It's not too far from you. So me and Lori Moore were talking randomly today and we were talking about Sister Wives. And the last I knew of them was they moved from Vegas to Flagstaff. Do they still live in Flagstaff?
Yeah. Cause I didn't put that on here, but that's another one that I watch regularly. And Mary's like, oh, it's good. So yes, they were in Vegas and they were all in a cul-de-sac.
Right.
So now, yes, they're in Flagstaff. There's some of them, I shouldn't say some of them. Cody really wants to move back to Utah, but there's the reason they left Utah to begin with is because it's illegal to be a polygamist there. Mm-hmm. And he could serve up to, I think, like 15 years or something like that. So they are in Flagstaff. That would be another fun one. Just to go pop in on them.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they'll be like pulling a gun, like, get out of here.
We could film one of our episodes there and have them as our guests.
Oh,
so tell me, ladies, how does this work?
It was so funny. I'd had a random dream that Lori was in it. And then our minds go really wacky, really fast. And we started talking about Sister Wives. And I was like, I know I ask for one every year. And she's like, really? And I was like, yes, I need someone that cooks, cleans, can Uber my children and acts like they give a shit when my husband complains. And she goes, oh, so you need Alice from the Brady Bunch. And I was like, yes, that's who I need. I need Alice.
We need to find Alice.
And we were talking about Sister Wives. She's like, oh, it's getting good. I was like, I haven't seen it for a year or two since they moved. So I'm going to have to.
It's good. But it's so fascinating, Amelia, because when you listen to them, like, this is the families they were raised in too. This is generations. So they don't know any different. And I don't know if they could be in just a monogamous relationship because that's not, it's their grandparents that had multiple wives.
Love it. Oh boy. Okay, Lori, it's what's the meaning? So I have all my little boards ready. Do you want emojis or acronyms first?
Let's do emojis today, please.
Okay. I kind of did a theme. So all my emojis have a heart somewhere in the picture.
Oh, I love that. Cause I love hearts, my bracelets. I've got some ink on my
Is that a Tiffany's bracelet?
These are Tiffany's.
Yeah, recognize.
them. Yeah, I
Very
love them.
pretty.
Thank you.
All
And
right.
before we start, I don't know if this may get cut, but I meant to say this at the beginning that we have, and Michael Bistocki is our new CRO at Logomark. And I wanted
Awesome.
to shout out to Michael, Mr. Michael Bistocki. He's amazing. And he is CRO, everything sales. So super excited to have him on board.
That's awesome. I can't wait to talk to him again because I knew him back at his Clegg days, which was several years ago.
Yeah.
But I haven't talked to him since then. And that was a few years ago. And we'll say few.
Yes, exactly.
Minimizing it. So, all right.
So welcome, Michael.
Hello, Michael. Okay. Are you ready? This is
I'm ready.
one. First one.
Okay.
So it's a weightlifter and then a heart.
Heavy heart.
You got it. Nailed it. Yeah. Boom. Okay. This one's easy too. A heart and some music notes.
Heartstrings.
Close.
Dun, dun, dun. Heartbeat.
Yep. Heartbeat.
They should have put a drum.
Did you like my tapping? The dun, dun.
Yes, and thank you for the hint.
Okay, and this is a key.
Key to my heart.
Done. See, look, 100%, Lori. You nailed it.
I haven't been watching any TV. I've been studying my cards.
Those ones were good, but I don't know why I felt like something heart themed.
I'm so glad because I got them. So thank you. Do you want yours?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's get on a roll and do the really good ones. We'll do the really good ones and I'll save the hard ones for you.
Okay, perfect. You've got this.
Ooh,
wine. You see what that is? It's like
a wine station.
And do you see the so it looks like a gas.
It looks like a gas tank. Wine. It's not wine station.
What's another name for wine?
Vino.
So take the first part of that, and then what do you fill your vehicle up with? I bet one of your toys takes this kind of fuel.
Diesel.
Yeah. Yep. So first part of
Vin Diesel.
Yay, Amelia.
I forgot what the theme of your cards were again. I was like, where are we going with this? Okay, Vin Diesel.
And I know, and I don't do a good job telling you what my themes are. Okay, this one's cute. Ready?
Okay.
Magnifying
glass. Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? I wanted to say Dory because everybody knows Dory from Ellen, but yes, Finding Nemo. That's a cute movie.
So for those of you that watch this regularly, this toilet I couldn't resist because Amelia loves these little toilets, shot glasses, aka.
Oh, yes, for my ass juice. Okay, yeah. So like a game controller and a toilet.
You got this. Movie.
Game.
Yep.
Game.
And what's that? Besides an ass juicer.
Game poop. Game shit. Game stop.
Game of Thrones.
Game flush.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Sweet baby Jesus. What the?
I had to pick the toilet. It just was like, I gotta get the toilet.
Do you know, I am probably the only person on the planet that religiously watched Game of Thrones start to finish. And then we lost HBO with our satellite. I have still never seen the last episode of Game of Thrones.
Amelia, you have to. Can't you get it? You teach me how to get this stuff. You should.
I don't have HBO. I guess I could just subscribe to watch that, but we watched every single one. And then they had an issue and they took HBO off of our Dish Network. And I was like, so I kind of have an idea how it ends, but I don't know how it ends.
Oh, I've got to figure out a way to get it to you.
I'm probably also one of the only people in the United States that did not watch Tiger King.
I didn't either.
I watched like 2 episodes and I was like, no, bunch of rednecks. Not really interested.
Not doing it.
Okay, so, I have a couple here for you. Trying to not go too hard. So this is F2F. And if we are, well, basically we're doing this right now.
Face to face.
Face to face. As close to face as we can get these days, right?
Yes.
Okay. CYE, and it is not Chinese year end. Or Kai or Sai. CYE. And this would be if we were messaging and you asked me for something and I'd already done it, I'd say to do this for you to find the answer. It's kind of hard to explain without giving it away.
Check your email.
Yes. Oh my God. Lori, do you have a cheat sheet over there?
No, I'm just writing it out, girl. Writing it out.
Look, that COVID shot made you really smart.
I was going somewhere else. I was going to come, young Einstein. But when you said like this is something I do, I had to change my thought process.
I think the COVID shot gave you some superpowers.
Superpowers. Well, I'll get a booster in fall, so maybe it'll even help more.
Okay, this is going to be more of a funny one, but GSD. And if you're telling someone to maybe get, I don't want to give it away, to do their
Go
job.
shower, dummy.
No, but that's something that I probably tell my son every day. Only don't say dummy. Actually, no, my son wants to shower twice a day. It's my daughter that I'm like, hey, you need to shower today, right? You've been at home in your pajamas doing school because she doesn't go to school. So it's like 2 days for 2 days. I'm like, you probably need to shower and change your clothes. No, this is
going to swap. You know that the whole shower thing's going to swap.
I know.
She'll shower a couple times a day and then you'll be forcing him to. It's just the way, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Yeah. So GSD.
It's not good. If you were talking to someone and you want them to do their job and you're like, just GSD.
Get shit done.
Yeah. I can high five you right now. Lori, you just slayed at today's.
I've never slayed. It only took how many episodes? 14?
12. This is 13. So good 13. Job, you.
Well you. Done,
Lori. Bravo.
Thank you.
Oh, that was fun. Like we should have started that. We should just do those the whole episode. That would be more
exactly. So fun.
Run out of emoji cards before too long.
I keep saying I need to order that next deck. I need to order that other deck for you.
And pretty soon I'm just going to have to pull up my phone and start like putting an emoji in. And then we'll have to figure out like there's so many, I don't know what they mean. So I don't use them because I don't want to send something that I shouldn't be sending or send a message.
No, and I was using a crying one. It was supposed to be a laughing one for years.
That one's okay. It's when you send other like vegetables and things that mean other things.
Right.
That you don't know it. Those are what I want to stay away from. Oh boy. All right. Well, thank you as always. It was so good to see you.
Thank you. So good to see you.
This is how we see each other now.
I know. It's awesome.
Thanks everyone for joining. We hope you had as much fun or we provided a little bit of lightness and laughter in your day. Please be sure to comment. We really want to hear where you go to in Portland, what places there are. We really want to give a shout out to your unsung hero. And I would love if somebody would just do a video clip and submit them. Just go on your phone and say, hey, this is my unsung hero and who they are, because you guys are going to be able to talk about the person that you admire way more than me if I don't know the person. So please do that. And then let us know what your guilty pleasures are. I'm always looking for a new show to watch to put on from our Bubblegums of the Mind. And then be sure you tune in May 28th for our next episode. And we're going to give you the rundown on Atlanta, Georgia, which is not too far from where they film Ozark. So
may have to go crash the set.
We're going to be kicked off a lot of places. I have a feeling if we keep crashing.
Exactly.
We're going to be blackballed from all kinds of places.
I love it.
All right. Thanks everyone. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.